There's no better way to get psyched up for Halo than listening to Sarge. Anyway, but yes, we have the Halo Legendary, Halo Reach Legendary box here that I have not opened, that I bought at work.
And we're giving it away!
No, we're not!
Caller!
Giving away the hot.
If someone calls, then I'm gonna laugh hysterically.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Where's myself?
If you would like to have a fake call-in, non-productive.
Wait, how does one have a fake call-in?
You dial the number
973-4040 NPN.
or 973-4040-0676.
Or just yell at us on Twitter at www.twitter.com.
Or IMS.
Linecutters.
Or IMS at Non-Productive IM.
I guess we're really making up for last week.
Or send us some smoke signals at north by northwest, long one, long.
Alright, let's get this bitch open.
Alright, so are we opening the game?
Hold on, James, you have it ready.
I need some
Yeah, I've been recording for a while.
Alright, let's get some things. Let me, while I take off this outer covering, the box is actually pretty badass.
Yes,
it looks like one of those drop packages that they sort of send in Halo. Like there's a little like.
I think that's why it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a security package for the UNSC, which is kind of the human military from the game. Like I've opened my copy, so this is gonna be pretty exciting to see how Al
we need a knife.
opens his.
That is a knife.
Al, that is a knife.
I said we need to get out of the way. We need a better knife.
You're not.
He's
you're
really
not
failed.
Use the pointy end.
I did use the pointy end.
Stab it.
Yeah, so Al's trying to get the tape off.
Oh, look, I did it, guys!
Oh, and one side's done, and then here
Roulette.
on the second side.
Buffering.
And he's
terrible.
Oh, don't do that.
Why couldn't you just pull it off?
There you go.
I don't want to pull it.
There you go.
I just cut it. There we go. We got it.
Oh, and the top comes off.
Almost.
No, the tape isn't quite done yet.
No, tape's not done yet. Here it goes.
Right.
There goes
There
the
we
top.
go.
Oh, and here we have the opening, which
Top comes off. All right.
So here we have right here on the top, we have the game case and a little bit of note explaining what this is all about.
Cousin. The sculpture is a 1/53 scale replica of the Reach War Memorial at Hosek there in New Alexandria. Oh, so it's explaining what the
statue is, yes.
All right, let's pull those out actually.
All right, so let's take the game out for now. Get to that in just a moment.
How much was this box set for you?
Oh wait, this box set for me was 120.
It's normally 150.
Jesus.
That's what I paid for it.
Yeah. All right, what's this one? There's a really...
This is the game case. That's the actual game case. We'll hold on to that.
Game case aside for right now.
So yes, take that off.
It's pretty much just a solid brick.
What's in the
Underneath
box?
here is our lovely legendary statue of the Noble Team, the main characters of Reach.
That actually looks pretty badass, guys. You actually should see the camera for this. Let me get the.
You mean the video recording?
The video recording for this, yeah.
Oh, it comes with their weapon separately.
It's a podcast.
Well, they're pretty delicate, so they want them to break.
We have the battle rifle,
Holy
the shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the
minigun.
The minigun.
Oh wow. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty. Oh, somebody's hand is missing.
No, your hands are attached to the
hands are attached to the rifles.
Oh, okay.
So you have to plug them in. There's instructions with it.
Okay, awesome. Oh,
I'll
wow.
turn it this way.
And so, so here we have front and center.
Have to pry their guns from their cold dead fingers.
So here we have front and center is Carter, the leader of Noble Team.
Carter's the blue guy.
And to his right is Kat, the tech specialist, and on the far right is George, the heavy weapon specialist.
All right, I gotta ask a question. Is George black?
No.
No.
Okay, because he looks.
He looks like
the big bulky. He looks like the bear.
He's actually Hungarian.
Okay.
And to Carter's left, we have Emil, who is kind of like the close combat specialist. And on the far end, we have Jun, the team sniper.
Yeah, because he's wearing the camouflage and he's got like.
Yes.
The only one we don't have is you. So get out there, soldier, and fight.
Hells yeah. That actually looks really cool. Like,
yeah, that's very nice. I
want to play this game.
Yeah, really.
Matt,
of course, though, the woman has to be wearing like the most chicky armor ever. Like it might as well be pink.
Well,
like,
she's
it's lightish red.
How is this?
It's actually blue.
I know, but I'm saying like, look at it, how form-fitting it is.
Well, she's actually the team scout, so she's.
That is the scout armor.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was just to extend her ass, but you know, I could be wrong.
Well, you do have a lot of screen service for that ass.
Do we really?
But you have just as much screen service for everyone else's ass.
As much screen service you can have for armored asses, so whatever.
All right, so we have the replica, which guys, I'm saying like, You know what? Like the game itself is like $60. We have like a special edition here with a bunch of other stuff in it that maybe would be like about $80 to maybe $90.
Yeah.
So the replica itself probably
like
is
50 or so. 50,
yeah.
60.
I'd say it's worth it. I mean, looking at it now, like this is my first time seeing it. It looks really cool. I mean, really, really cool. Like I think can you move any of these?
Not really. I mean,
Not
it's
really,
stay
but
still.
You might want to move that giant thing of silica gel, though.
What?
I
mean-
that was part of Noble Team.
It looks like it's made
Honorable Sullivan.
out of They shove it down the throat of grunts who suffer death.
You can't do the voice.
I'm not trying for his voice. It's not my voice.
Ah, now we are going to
go
open
to
the actual game
box.
case.
No, don't give him the knife. I want to see him struggle.
Give me the damn knife.
Don't stab yourself.
That's not
Don't stab me.
Don't stab the game, God's sake.
Can we move this?
I'll
so we
stab
can
the
get that in
game.
the
I'll stab
center?
everyone if I
Here, AJ.
care to.
Al,
All
move that more into the center for me, please.
All right, no problem. Let me move this over here so James can get a good look at it. All right.
I gotta say, this is pretty awesome. We're having this recorded and doing this live opening.
Yeah.
If only people listening to the show could actually see it live. Here's a hint.
This actually looks.
We'll have it up as
This
a
actually
podcast.
looks also pretty cool. It looks like one of those little. It looks like.
It's a very like a security box.
Yeah, it looks like one
a
of those-
black box.
Yeah, like someone would actually like put a handcuff on it and sort of like like carrying around. Like, all right, so let me
Keep opening it. What is
The
it?
game.
No one tell him.
All right. No, Matt, tell me how do I open
Don't
this
do
thing?
that.
You just open it, man.
Where is it?
Open
can't
the
open-
top of the box.
If you can't open it, you don't deserve it.
More or less.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it. Okay.
Fancy.
So I pull. That is actually really.
Wow.
That
Look at
looks
that. Show me the
So
cover.
you have the game on top here.
The game right there. Oh wow.
That is in
Why don't
fact
you
the
point
game.
it to
To the camera.
I am
Yeah.
pointing to the
No,
camera. I
you
thought I had
pointed
it
away from the camera.
Oh, sorry.
There we are.
That is actually pretty badass. All right, let's see. How do we?
Just pull it out.
I don't know, man. Looked like they worked
And
pretty
then-
hard to lock it
Show
down.
me the back. Hot.
Oh, look, Al, it opens.
And yes, there's actually another note here
There's another note.
explaining things.
Is that handwritten?
It looks like it's handwritten.
It's supposed to be
You
handwritten.
are now in possession of the most complete and accurate account that anyone has been able to. Oh, sorry. That anyone has been able to assemble of Spec War Group 3 Nobles actions during the final weeks before the Covenant Glass reach. If anyone doesn't know what glass means, the glassing is what happens when the Covenant basically goes over and they like destroy a
They
planet.
bombard a
Oh.
planet into literally glass.
Who's the Covenant?
The
Yeah,
Covenant are the main
aliens.
alien villains.
Yeah.
The blue guys.
They're the,
See, I tried to play Halo
You have
once.
one more package
The
to
controller
open.
was way
Alright.
too big for my hand, so I never played it again.
So you remember the blue guys?
No, I remember I couldn't use the controller.
Do you remember the
Anyway.
people that you shot?
No, I
is for
couldn't
top
use the
secret
controller.
She's saying that she tried to play it, it never actually
How far
happened.
did you get in the game?
She didn't.
I played it once.
How far? You must have seen at least one alien there.
Probably not if she couldn't get past.
I don't-
Not if she couldn't get past using the controller.
Guys,
Anyway,
we have other things to worry about, like the black
Alright.
box and Al's
Coming
hand.
over.
we got
to
another.
find
We had
the
one
PC
last
version.
package, which
We
actually
got the
again.
black box.
Why is everything looks really badass in this thing? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a legendary edition.
They went all out for this.
Let's see what's actually in here.
It's legendary.
This right here is Dr. Hasley's journal, which Hasley is the creator of the Spartan program.
I know you find out throughout the gameplay. You find out more about Cortana's origins. And that's all I'm going to say about Cortana.
Maybe learn more about like the Spartan program.
You learn a bit more about the Spartan program. In fact, you hear the big guy. What's his name again?
George.
George.
Let me see
goes
more
up
of the journal stuff.
to the doctor and says, "Hey, Mom."
Pretty much. I mean,
Oh man, a patch?
Dr. Hasley is pretty much the mother
Is
of all
that
the
a
Spartans.
ID card?
But you do find out that it's not all
Yeah.
flowers and roses.
Dr. Hasley looks at him and says, "What the hell did you do to my armor?"
Pretty much like a mother would. But yeah, we really don't want to spoil the story. But I guess from that point,
we can talk about the gameplay
Let's
and the
gameplay.
There's
weapons.
one question that I have about it.
Okay.
Is there the floor?
Is there? Yeah, I was actually wondering about that too.
I don't know if that kind of spoil. 'Cause I know the answer, but
Does that count as a
I
spoiler?
think that counts as spoiler.
Well,
Well, you're
counts as
just
spoiler.
gonna have to find out.
All right, I'll settle with that answer.
As for gameplay, I would say this is probably the hardest Halo I've played.
Yeah, it's a bit more difficult than I was expecting.
I mean, a lot of enemies in the past Halo games, you know, it's like the elites or the other enemies, they would just pretty much stand still and just fire. These guys dart from place to place. It's hard to catch a beat on them.
they move around like nothing, and they actually have some tactics. They move into flanking positions, and suicide grunts. Grunts seem a lot more likely to kill themselves in this game.
I mean, a big theme for the game that they wanted is supposed to be a lot more brutal, a lot more visceral. It's supposed to be more like a war game instead of like the past games where it's kind of like a big sci-fi, like opera setting. This is supposed to be like kind of like a modern warfare version of, but like in Halo.
So I mean, it's as I believe one website or another has probably quoted us. It's the yin to Call of Duty Yang, where it kind of goes off in its own way.
Well,
yeah.
In the past games, you've been the Master Chief. You're awesome. You're a lone wolf. You do everything by yourself, and you get it done. And you are pretty immortal. In these games, you're filling the shoes of someone who's already died. The mortality of your character is a lot more at the forefront than it ever has been in a Halo game, because you've always been untouchable.
And you know going into it, like, you're gonna die.
Well, that's what this whole entire thing for the
say that
story.
in the beginning.
No, they don't.
Play the other games.
Well, they say you're the last Spartan, but they retcon so many things so many times. I haven't been in the game, so I don't know. Maybe I'm off, but I have a feeling things are going to be different than what's assumed.
This game is a prequel, but it has a lot of stuff that the original Halo didn't have.
Like what?
Like a grenade launcher.
Oh. Well, this all makes sense, actually.
It feels
we're talking about Reach.
Which
This
is the
where all
military
stuff
complex.
comes
So yeah,
from.
they do give reasonings for everything.
Yeah, there is reasons why Master Chief doesn't have all these upgrades, because he was in cryo for a long time.
Exactly. But
he was still able to kick ass.
Oh yeah,
That's
and one thing I've actually noticed with at least
A bloodstain?
the friendly AI, they all have their own different personalities as well, depending on their roles. I mean, George, he carries a minigun, so he lumbers along just firing constantly.
Oh, I found something else.
She's usually only armed with a pistol, but like she fires rounds off like nothing else, and she darts from cover to cover.
Yeah.
So it's really neat that each of your teammates have a certain like personality.
They definitely fulfill the roles in the game as they portray them. Like George he'll draw fire with his minigun, and then every once in a while he'll tank. There's a power up where you actually punch the ground and become invulnerable for a little while. So when the heat gets too hot, he just buckles down into a tank. He's like the RPG tank.
So can you play as any of those characters, or are you set into one?
You are set into one, but each mission has you either team up with at least one or several of the other squad mates.
Now, do you follow one of their positions, or do you sort of, what I mean is, for lack of a term, do you make like a class Spartan, or do you make like Master Chief? Like
No, your role is to be you're like the point
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, you're
But
the Jack of all
at the
trades.
same time, in the very Halo fashion, you get your two weapons and you can pick what kind of role you want to play. Like, I always play kind of the sniper, so I always keep a scoped weapon on me, and I always keep a rapid fire weapon for when everything gets too hot.
Usually, like, there's a lot, like, when you reach, like, a checkpoint and stuff, or kind of like a break, there's usually, like, weapon drops around, and you're able to customize what kind of weapons you want to bring with you. Whether, like, it's kind of like weapon racks, or just supply drops, or whatever.
Yeah,
you
they're
get a choice.
everywhere
You're not
because you're on
stuck.
the military planet, and it's your planet. So there was no part of the game that I did not have a human-made UMSC weapon in my hands.
You ever like picked up an alien weapon at some point? Or?
Oh, you could, but I like the
human ones were just better.
Yeah, I like them better.
Well,
other people like the plasma rifles better, and there's actually a few alien weapons that you didn't have before.
And speaking of weapons, I guess we'll do a quick run through of them. On the human side, new weapons is the DMR, which is kind of like I guess we could call it a prequel to the battle rifle. It's a single fire, high powered, like, accurate, like kind of like kind of an assault rifle where you fire as fast as you tap, and it's good for like mid-range sniping.
Yeah, it's the battle rifle without a burst mode.
Exactly.
It's single shot.
There's the grenade launcher, which we talked about before, which is good for clearing out enemies, and also has a secondary ability. If you hold down the trigger, it does like instead of a regular explosion, it does like an EMP.